Hi everyone, this is my presentation for today. First of all, is my content. And first, the target of my design this time is a women's rights organization in Australia. The ERA organization is Australia's largest alliance of women's rights organizations. They are committed to focusing on Australian women's issue and speaking for women. Their current problems they are facing is low visibility and the public doesn't understand their work. Therefore, I come up with my design brief. In order to increase the visibility of ERA organizations and expand the influence of the women's rights organizations, I designed an offline magazine for ERA organization and developed the magazine's visual system to achieve a long-term line of offline publicity. In order to understand my target audience and end user in detail, I made up two sets of surveys for the public and the members of the organization. So the conclusion is that most people are willing to read the magazines of women's rights organizations, and they want to see the projects done by the organizations. So from the service result, we can get two persona, the target audience and the end user. The target audience image is an Australian woman who is interested in women's rights and has reading ability and public speaking ability. And end user are the organization member of ERA who wanted to increase offline publicity. In addition, I use the emphasis map to further analyze the end user. In order to further understand the needs of the organization, I interview some of their members and ask them questions about the design requirements. According to the interview, we can write down the demand. A is hope that the style of the magazine can attract the attention of young people. And second is that the magazine will have some section to introduce the women's rights experience of their ERA members. According to the needs, I reformulated my design proposal. I positioned the style of the organization are light, young, and respectful of women, and the price position due to the cost, the price will be free to the ERA members and limited access to the non-organization person. I divided the magazine into 6 main sections, and the content in the section needs to be updated every month. Below is the first version of the thumbnail I designed for the magazine. So after the designing the cover and the inner page of the first edition, I used some mockups to help me create the 3D effects and send them to the organization members to ask them participate into the test. And the result of their selection are as follows. So their suggestions lead me to modify some my internal pages, and it's to redesign their layouts. And the following is my final design. The first is the logo of the magazine, and which is the original logo of ERA organization plus the shape of book. so which can be used for the distribution of the magazine and their souvenirs. And then there are standard magazine title font and the text font for the magazine. And in the color, there are purples represent women's rights, while the orange and the yellow symbolize the national flower of Australia, the golden wattle. And here's my cover design. So the cover design is golden wattle flower in the purple field, which I hope it symbolizes the advancement and enthusiasm of Australian feminism in the world women's rights organizations. And here is the 3D effects of my book cover front and back. And here is my internal pages and their effects. Here's my reference list. And thank you for listening.